hi, hola, salut, whatever your preferred language for greeting is. My name is Emmanuel Ade, and with me here, I have a couple of very interesting teens that are going to be discussing a very interesting topic with. So, could you guys please introduce yourselves?
Lisa Rona Namakula, yes.
Hello, I'm Cherise Bambali.
Hello, I'm Casemiro Christina.
Hi, I'm Michelle.
Nathan Atwini.
Okay, so very interesting people, and we obviously are all in high school, different levels, but we're all still under that umbrella that is high school. And one question I'd like to start off this podcast with is a very interesting one. If I were to say, guys, that your school time, you're in high school, is ending today, after this podcast, we are ending, would you say that you've basically maximized your time in high school already?
I'm the oldest person on this panel, and quite frankly, I feel like maximizing your high school time is a very subjective thing. No one can absolutely say, oh yeah, I maximized every moment of my life, let alone high school. High school is deep, you guys. Given the plenty of distractions, I would not say firm and say I maximize every single moment. But in the time I had, not distracted, I think I did something, yeah.
I feel like for us to claim we've maximized the high school experience, we first understand what that particularly means. Like, how do you maximize your high school experience?
What does maximize mean to you?
Personally, I feel like it's, we come to high school to study, to learn, that's definite, but as well, we come to relate, to socialize, and to discover ourselves. So I feel like if you haven't fully discovered yourself, if you haven't put yourself out there in uncomfortable situations and positions, and gotten to know people, you genuinely haven't maximized your high school experience.
Okay, so that's his definition. That's his definition of the term maximizing your high school life. But of course, we're all different people. And as Michelle said, the term is subjective. So I'd just like to know, for the rest of you guys, what would that maximizing term mean to you? Does it have to be that you've passed all your classes? Does it have to be that you've joined different clubs? Does it have to be that you've achieved something in high school? For me, I'd say that I am not ready to end it all here. I haven't really maximized that time, because for me, when you talk about maximizing your time in high school, it means I have reached the end and I have achieved what I wanted by the end. And I don't think I've reached the end, nor do I think that I've achieved it all. Of course, I've done a lot in the school, you guys already know, but there's still some more things that, I'd like to do. I'd like to go out there and sing on assembly, for example. I want to dance somewhere. I want to play for the sports team, basketball, football, whatever, so I don't think I've maximized my time. So for me, it's the things you do that really, determines that. So
You maximize your time?
Not really.
why?
I generally want, cause everyone else,
Most of the people I know have got awards.
and I really want to work and get an award, at least an award.
Okay, we have talked about the how, but now why would you maximize your high school experience? Like, what do you get from it?
You guys, I'm really not gonna lie. I feel like a lot of the time when people think they've maximized their time, they've just done what's on the spreadsheet. Like, you passed your exams, you got the award, you got the girl, you got the accolade, you were on the school sports team, you got the scholarship. But personally, again, it's not that broad. It's an internal feeling that, yeah, even if I did succeed objectively by other people's standards, I succeeded within myself. And I'm proud of where I am. True. That takes us to the reminiscence bump. Like when you sit there and you're old and you're just wondering, what did I do with my life as a teenager? And you realize, in high school, I may have not got the best grades for my A level, but the friends I made and the things we did, personally, me and my friends in my O level, we used to be that group that all the teachers looked for. These kids, they're together. Your friend, a teacher finds you and is like, who are your friends? And you see them in class and you're like, oh, they're having lunch. They count on you to know where they are. So the other time in my Form 1, it rained so heavily and my school was on a hill. So we decided it's during nighttime and we're going to run up the hill. So we ran up the hill and then we rolled down the hill and we decided to lie down and just look at the stars and make water angels. Wow.
Okay, and then did it.
Oh, that's new.
Notice how she doesn't look like she's the criminal she is.
Really? Oh, that's new. That's definitely new. So now that we know why and how, you'd like to basically maximize the time that you have here? I'd just really love to know, because for all of us right now, we're all in brown pants, and that means that we're basically almost ending our high school careers, right? So if, let's say, we were to start this all over again, we were to go back in time to the beginning, the year 7, yeah, so what do you think that you really would have done just to give you that feeling that you maximize the time that you have?
I'll be serious from the word go. Like from S1 first day, I swear, I'll be serious. I'll be extremely serious. Wait, what?
Why are you being so serious?
How? Basically, I don't remember learning anything in S1. This is true for S1. I don't remember learning anything. And trust me, I paid for it in S3 and S4. I did. I really did. You guys, life is not deep until S4. So relax.
For real.
That was my mentality of I'll be serious in S4. Trust me, the things piled up to a stage where I couldn't do it anymore. Like, the history book was this big. The geography book was this big. I wasn't even gonna take geography to begin with. Why was it so big? So I'll be serious from the very beginning. I'm not gonna lie, I feel you so deeply on that, because when COVID came, just the books, none of my business. I was doing everything that I had no time to do because I'm in boarding. So when lockdown came, I was at home. There was Wi-Fi, there was food, there was my bed.
Yeah, the bed.
Books were the last thing on my mind. So if I could do it all over again, if I could start again from year 8, I just really laughed. Because honestly, life isn't that deep, is it really?
No, not really. Come on, guys, it's not.
Personally, yeah, I feel like I don't have any regrets playing in Form 1. I mean, in uni, there's a reason we start off with Bunsen banners in case people don't know that we are actually doing papers, but it's the introductory phase of high school, and it's where you get to how to put this, how you get to adapt to new people and new experiences, and that's important. And I feel personally, if I was to do it all over again, especially from Form 1, I would take in the mindset that people's opinions are not that important.
Yeah.
And opinions are so subjective. Someone might think what you're doing is silly and crazy and it looks ridiculous, but that's their opinion and it really doesn't matter. And it shouldn't affect what you do with your time and your life. Yeah.
Honestly, with me, I think if I could go back, I'd make the best of friends. Like, I would really look out and see which people I would sit down and tell my life story and be like, okay, these are my friends. I trust them with my life.
Imagine being there Form 1, you're new in the school, and I thought this girl was my friend. We call her Grace. So like she was there, and like, let's say like we're going for break. Now Grace leaves me. We're in the same stream, and she takes everyone. She went to everyone's stream and she picked them, and they went. And they're like, where is Christina? And she's like, Christina is sleeping. She said she doesn't want to come for break.
Oh.
I feel like starting out with everyone in Form 1 is a really, really good thing. Have you guys ever been new in a new school? Because that's a whole other board games. Making friends, lifelong friends. When you started in like S3, normally people meet each other in S1. They form their cliques. They know who is who's the popular one, who is the sporty one. And then there's you. You joined in the middle of the year.
Yeah, actually, I think that's a really good way to look at it, because every time we're talking about maximizing the time that we have in high school, we're talking about later on, but we never really talk about how we're going to start maximizing. Where are we starting from? What are the building blocks that are leading us to maximizing this time? For me personally, I'd say that if you want to start maximizing your time, you could maybe go out there, get out of the comfort zone, because you're going to stay in here inside your comfort zone and you're not really going to, explore. I don't know, because guys, for me personally, I find it very, very cool if a person really steps outside their comfort zone and is willing to do something that they wouldn't normally do. You may not like it or you might not do it for too long, but at least you can say, hey, I did that. I didn't like it, but I did that. It's in my name,
Just like I'm called a books babe and I'm here to out. Is a surprise to me as well. So why not?
You are a book.
Yeah, you are though. You're always reading.
You in S1 would believe that this is you now. No, me right now would not believe I was ever the S1 me right now.
Really, I am moving out of your comfort zone. I would have done personally, I was very scared of public speaking and going out there.
So one time we're having elections in my school. I was like, what can we? I'm like, I don't want to be a prefect. Let me go for the students' council. let me go for the deputy speaker. Now I'm not going to get it. I'm seeing the girls going against me, and there were 8 girls. Like, so I'm like, then they write my name, then they tell us to go outside, and then they vote. And then like I came back, and they said, congratulations, our new deputy speaker of the state. Cause I was like, damn. Okay. Like now, if I'd just been there scared, I'm like, man, I know I'm not going to win either way. But like the fact that I got out of that comfort zone and did it, and like I got so confident. Okay, I can't do public speaking right now, but like,
No.
can do. Look,
You guys, I can't stress, yeah? I can't stress discovering yourself enough. Like, I know it's a cliche line that every inspirational speaker has thrown out there, but genuinely speaking, high school, it's critical for that. One of those particular reasons is
True.
discovering yourself. Like, when you understand, this is what I like, this is what I do best, you put yourself in an uncomfortable position, like public speaking or running for a post,
Yeah.
and you discover, okay, this is for me, this definitely isn't. Putting yourself in a position where you're like, okay, now you get to understand yourself, and you get to establish yourself later in life. Like, because you've learned who you are in high school, when you reach uni, or you're in the workplace, the work environment, you realize these are my strengths. My strengths are socializing and maybe problem solving and bringing people together, like some extroverts who I shan't mention. And you realize that, okay, this is my strength, and then you realize also I'm not a people person. I'm not going to sit there and talk to people and interact with them. It's just not me. So I'm just not going to do it because it's not what I was meant to be, you understand? And I feel like that's when we discover that, especially in high school.
I feel like putting yourself in the box of, high school is the only place of discovery is also a bad thing.
Yeah.
So you're not discovering anything, and then they're saying, this is who I am at 16, and this is who I'm going to be for the rest of my life. Because so much changes, you guys. You can't decide to be this one person forever and ever.
Okay, yeah, well, that's true. We all will have our ideas of how and what you've done so far to maximize that time. But I think we need to take into consideration the environment that you're in, the school that you're in. I do not expect a kid studying in, say, a lower grade school to consider maximizing their time the same as you guys, who are privileged to be here. So in that sense, how could, say, the school you're in contribute to basically maximizing your high school experience? I mean, not everyone gets this life, right? Yeah. Okay. Nah, he's a hater, guys. Just a hater.
Yeah.
Okay, what's your meaning?
Yeah.
And like, let me see, my experience here and the experience I had in my NEB school are totally different. My NEB school, like, you learn how to survive for the fittest of joke. You guys, you be there, water's going. Imagine waking up and someone has been taking your water slowly from your bucket.
Oh, sorry.
And now here, you're like, if water like goes, Miss is so concerned. She's like, okay, it's okay. I'm going to call someone and like they fix for you guys the water. Just be patient. Time train won't wait for you to shower. She'll tell you to go like that.
Okay, Cherries.
Come on. Cherries.
Let's hear.
Let Cherries.
Yeah, let's hear from you.
Last day in Cambodia, actually, I was so scared because I didn't know anyone. Like, everyone else was so new. There were very many new faces, and like, I knew one of my friends was going to join the school, but I didn't know that she wouldn't be there that day. So I was just there sitting in the corner, and like everyone else is all like jumpy with their friends, and I'm not a very talkative person sometimes. But then I was just sitting there, and I'm like, no. And then walking, and I don't know anyone, or I don't know where anything is. So I'm just walking. Somehow I landed next to the cafeteria, and then I find these like 3 girls, and then I just be like, hi, are you guys going for lunch? Can I join? And they're like, yeah. They were so kind to me. One of them is actually my best friend right now, but like I didn't like her in the beginning.
Damn. Okay.
Yes.
Backstory.
Yeah. But like the way I see it, I could look back, like in the future, I could look back to now and I'm like, yeah, I actually enjoyed my high school. There are people that I met last year, special people, one special person mostly, but like, there are those people that just made your high school, just reward, at least for me. Yeah. Also, coming from a spiritual perspective, I feel like your school also has a very big impact on how you grow spiritually. And I strongly believe right now I'm in the right place to maximize that point in my life, the spiritual growth, because here we have so many activities involving spirituality, which also happened in my previous school. So basically, high school has been a place for me to get to know my God more, to grow in Him, and to become the person I am right now.
Yeah.
Because to be able to dream big, to think big, and to not to think as a stereotyped teenager takes God's grace itself, and not to get out of the box of what most people do takes God's grace itself. So, and I owe that to the other schools I've been to. If it wasn't for that, I don't think I would be where I am right now. So yeah, your school does matter a lot.
Yeah.
And was your school matter?
I mean, I have to admit the school has changed me in a couple of ways. I mean, nowadays, if you go around the school asking people, who Emmanuel Ade is, they're going to tell you, oh, it's the debate guy. Oh, it's the news guy from the information period. Yeah, all of that, just a little story. I was on practice the other day, athletics, and we were doing fitness training. The teacher was taking our names down, and he would ask one by one, what's your name? What's your name? By the time I went up there, I went to say my name, and he's like, oh, never mind, you're the news guy. I'm like, oh my gosh, so that's how you remember. That's how I've used my time so far. And funny enough, that wasn't always me. Public speaking, I really had no time for that jazz. I wanted to be somewhere else. I don't want to be using my mouth. I want to go play sports. I want to have fun. But that was me in primary. Joining high school really changed my perspective. It introduced me to new things, to me personally. So wait, what would you then say?
Oh, damn, you guys. I haven't been, this is the only school I've been in the last 6 years. But when I was in,
Longevity, guys.
I can distinctly remember that one difference between my primary school. Yes, I was only in primary and secondary. That's it. 2 schools my whole life. The only distinction that I can notably remember is the way the teachers treated me. Because I kid you not, in primary, I felt very, you guys.
Yeah, but
just no.
Coming from Michelle, guys. Coming from Michelle.
No, it was so bad. Like, the person who the teacher doesn't even mark a book, she throws it at you. That was me. It was wild. And then I came here, and the teachers, they were absolutely different. First of all, I think it was starting on a clean slate that made me feel different about it, but also knowing that someone saw potential in me. That on its own inspired me to do better. Like, no backsliding, no holding off until tomorrow, just do, and always try to do better. So I think definitely the people you surround yourself with or are surrounded with when you are in school definitely changes your high school experience.
Yeah.
Definitely changes how much you can maximize it. Because trust, if these teachers had been talking to me the way they were in primary, I'd have just, sat down, maybe dropped out even.
Oh, whoa, whoa. That's new.
No, I'm being so serious.
Oh, damn. Okay, I guess, it's a big world. So, we've been so serious lately, talking about, academics and whatnot, these clubs, these people. So, let's look at the more interesting aspect, the more fun side of high school, I mean, there is a fun side because, every time you're talking about high school, you're telling your parents about high school. Oh my gosh, I studied today. I did this homework. I did this project. Your friend walks in and you're like, bro, the game today was too fire. Oh my gosh, you had the best time in the library. The Wi-Fi was actually fast for once. So I had to download that movie. So what would you say that you've done for fun that has really maximized this time that you've had in high school?
I'm not going to lie to you. I like talking a lot.
So, that's why you're here, right?
I know it's not a surprise to anyone, but I like talking a lot. So I join debate. And that's one of the things I've found most fun in. Yeah. It's not everyone's ideal of a fun experience. I mean, you go and stand in front of people usually shaky and scared.
What do you mean, bro?
I was at first. But then again, it's part of discovering yourself. I went and found out I actually do like this. I do like arguing and talking a lot. So I went and did that, and I found happiness in that. Yeah? I found it fun. But on top of that, you guys, sports, yeah? Sports is actually fun. It's fun to watch a game, and I feel like it's a one place you'll experience it unlike any other. Because how often are you going to be in a setting where you're kind of grouped together and then you're all playing as friends? I feel like it's such a rare thing, it's such a rare gift that high school gives us, that being able to play sports together and then watch it as friends and then talk about it later. And I'm like, man, you guys, that guy's goal.
Yeah,
that kind of it's so different. It's a unique experience.
Yeah. When we're in primary school, people would play sports and then your team loses and the other team wins and then you guys start beefing each other. But in high school, you're all grown. You can't be doing such things.
I mean, I mean, guys, honestly, you see, with sports and high school, the more fun side of it, it's really interesting when you have friends that also watch it. Because, you know, for me personally, I am a Chelsea fan. If you know what that means, you know that can't be good news. If you know what that means, you know it's not good news. But basically, these conversations I have with my friends, these arguments I have, me defending that club like I own it, you know, I find fun in that, you know? So, what do you guys find fun in?
Being a PCM student,
Bro.
I don't have much to say from the fun side, but I do have fun. Okay. And I like to play games with my friends in my room. Spend time. Besides from the CS, yes, I go separate and spend time with friends. That's good. Good.
It's definitely gossip. It's 100% gossip. Is it okay?
But yeah, I would say prom would be my chance. But then
Oh,
by the time I left Gaza where I was,
sorry, bro.
prom was in S6. Code switch to an S6. So now I come here and there is no source. So it's all gone for me. A PCM student.
Sorry, bro.
Oh, like friend. So yeah, that's what I would say.
Charisse?
Well, I didn't really like performing in front of people, but I do actually on Culture Day. Only on Culture Day. Well, it's still kind of new to me, but I can do it on Culture Day.
On Culture Day, yeah.
I think what I find fun the most is like just going for like choir practice
And singing every Sunday. Like, I still get the nerves and everything, but like, just waking up early in the morning on Sunday and like you're just going through those songs and you're coming out and church starts and like you're there and you're like, what if guys don't know this song? What if I like people don't like how me I sang last song? Then everyone is like, oh my god, you guys sang so nice. I really felt the spirit of the Lord. I'm like, my Lord.
Ooh. Okay, so very interesting ideas coming from very interesting people, interesting students. You know, it's been a good time talking to all of you guys. It's been a good time listening to what you have to say. Very good ideas coming from all of you guys. It's been interesting talking to all of you. It's been interesting listening to all of you. And yeah, this has been the Buzz Teenz Disrupt Podcast. My name is Emmanuel.
Again, Cherise Bombale, Casimir Christina, Michelle,
And Nathan Atwini.
And yeah, it's been a really good time having this conversation. Be sure to follow us on all our socials, that being Buzz Teenz 256 on Instagram and TikTok as well. And yeah, that's going to be it for today. That's a wrap.